We have special coverage for you this morning on the death of Pope Francis. He is now lying in state in St. Peter's Basilica, and we want to begin this with remarkable scenes from earlier this morning. These are images from the procession that carried Pope Francis from his residence inside Vatican City, Casa Santa Marta, to St. Peter's Basilica. The solemn rite took more than an hour. Tens of thousands of Roman Catholic faithful waiting in St. Peter's Square applauded as the Pope's coffin moved past them into the landmark cathedral. And this is a live look at St. Peter's Basilica. Our Briar Stewart is right outside, and she tells us the public mourning will last 3 days and that hundreds of thousands are expected for Saturday's funeral.
About 20,000 people have gathered in St. Peter's Square, many of them lining up in long lines to wait their turn to pay their respects to Pope Francis. Now, everything began this morning with the procession that started around 9 local time, and you had people that lined up a few hours before that because they wanted the moment to see Pope Francis's simple wooden coffin carrying his body taken from the Casa Marta house, which is where Pope Francis lived and died, to the iconic St. Peter's Basilica. The coffin was put in front of the altar. There was a service involving the cardinals, and after that, the doors were open to the public. Now, there's going to be 3 days where the Pope's body will lie in state, and visitors here, pilgrims and tourists alike, will have the chance to pay their respects and to see the coffin until midnight tonight. It will be the same until tomorrow at the same time, and then on Friday, they will have until 7 o'clock. After that, there will be a short service, and then officials will be preparing, of course, for the funeral on Saturday. I had an opportunity to walk among the crowd, the long lineup of people waiting for their turn, and what kind of struck me is just the range of people here. You have devout Catholics from all over the world, but you also have people who just happen to be in Rome during this time on vacation, tour groups, student groups, and even though some of them are not Catholic, they really thought it was important for them to be here. They wanted to be part of what they saw as a pivotal historic moment. And, you know, from young people, I heard that they really respected the Pope because he was seen as more liberal, more progressive on certain social issues. Now, in the crowd, of course, there are a few Canadians who talked about their Catholic faith and how important it was to be here. Take a listen.
He brought a different flavor to the Catholic Church, a lot with regards to social justice, a lot of beautiful things that he was able to do, talk to the poor, raise up to the people who are in the outskirts. So it was a very different pontificate, let's just say, for this Pope.
He's always been the spiritual father of the church, so the opportunity to sort of say farewell to him and thank him for guiding the church through this time, and also to pray for the church in this period, which will be a period of change, a period of novelty and newness. It's really important to sort of have that universal connection.
The funeral for the Pope will be held Saturday morning, and officials are expecting a crowd of about 200,000 people. On top of that, you will have world leaders here. There will be presidents, prime ministers, and members of the royalty. Not only are you going to have leaders from Europe and from South America, including Argentina, which is where Pope Francis was from, but U.S. President Donald Trump is coming, and this will mark his first foreign trip outside of the country during his second term. After the funeral is when we'll likely get more details around the timing of the conclave. That is that secretive process where the cardinals will elect a new pope. But at this time, we don't expect it to start before May the 5th. Briar Stewart, CBC News at the Vatican.